Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have something a bit different for you today. So I saw this article about a meteorite treasure hunt, and I was compelled to click on all the links and find out more about it. And what I found out is there is a full-fledged meteorite hunt happening right now worth $25,000. So yeah, let's get into it. So on April 8th, 2023, an unusually bright fireball rained down from the sky near the Maine-Canada border for more than 4 minutes in broad daylight. Many people saw it, NASA confirmed it on radar, and many people reported hearing sonic booms in the area. This fireball was judged to be a large meteor, which crashed into the remote forest near Maine's Canadian border, thus becoming a meteorite. Now, the Maine and Mineral Gem Museum is offering $25,000 to the first person who can find and deliver the first 2.2-pound specimen of the space rock. NASA's Astromaterials Research and Exploration Science Lab confirmed that 4 radar sweeps detected, quote, signatures consistent with falling meteorites seen at the time and location reported by eyewitnesses. The lab also located the strewn field where the meteorite might be found. So if you live in Maine, this is where you should be looking. Now, while the Maine Mineral and Gem Museum will pay $25,000 for a very large specimen of the space rock, they will also accept and pay for any fragments that are found. In a Facebook post, the museum reminded its followers to obtain owner permission before meteorite hunting in the forest area where the meteorite is thought to be located. The museum said the cash prize will be open to both Canadians and Americans. Even though only about 9 meteorites are recovered each year, Daryl Pitt, the chair of the Maine Mineral and Gem Museum, remains pretty optimistic. He said in a statement, "With more people having an awareness, the more people will look, and the greater the likelihood of a recovery." And this museum is no slouch when it comes to meteorites. They have one of the world's largest meteorite collections, including the largest Martian meteorite on Earth, weighing in at 32 pounds, and houses one of the largest moon rock meteorite collections in the world. The $25,000 prize has galvanized both local and seasoned meteorite hunters. Can't believe that's even a thing, seasoned meteorite hunter. But thus far, the search has proven difficult, and as of this recording, no meteorites have been found. Roberto Vargas, a Connecticut man who has been meteorite hunting since 2019, said he has tried to search for a meteorite in the area twice, but the terrain is pretty challenging. Mr. Vargas told the BBC that the area is heavily wooded and super muddy, and he's seen other meteorite hunters out there, but thus far, nothing. But if you're out in the woods looking for meteorites, how do you know if you've really come across one? I mean, I think we all have like a vague sense of what meteorites look like, but how do you really know? Well, I came across this adorably Canadian video from the University of Alberta telling you what basic things to look for when deciding if something is a meteorite or a rock.
So you think you found a meteorite, eh? A lot of people think they found meteorites. As it turns out, these rocks from space are actually pretty rare, and a lot of Earth rocks can masquerade as the real thing. Today I'm going to show you a few tips when it comes to figuring out if a rock is a meteorite from space or a meteorong from Earth. On the table here, I have 4 rock samples. One of these is a meteorite, while the others are imposters. The first easy test only requires that you pick up the rock. Does it feel unusually heavy for its size? It could be a meteorite. Nope. The second test is to use a standard fridge magnet. Most meteorites will attract a magnet. This one doesn't. The last test is to look closely at the rock. Does it contain any bubbles or holes? Definitely not a meteorite. Does the rock have a sort of eggshell-like crust on it? A dark one. Maybe where it's flaked off, you see some lighter colored interior. It almost certainly is a meteorite. This one is. If you've done these tests yourself and you think your rock is a meteorite, visit the website at the bottom of the screen. There you can fill out a form and upload some photos which an expert like me can look at.
And reading about this whole meteorite thing totally reminded me of this photo that I saw as a kid in a museum of this woman who had been hit by a meteorite while she was sleeping on her couch, and it left this crazy massive bruise on her hip. Some of you probably know the photo that I'm speaking about, but it's one of those things, like, you see it as a kid, that photo, and it just kind of never leaves you. On November 30th, 1954, Anne Hodges experienced a very rude awakening. She was napping cozily under some quilts on the sofa in her Alabama home when she awoke with a jolt as she became the only human being known to have suffered an injury after being struck by a meteorite. The approximately 8.5-pound, 4.5 billion-year-old meteorite shot like a bullet through her roof at 2:46 in the afternoon. It banged into her large radio and bounced on the floor, hitting her body, causing a large bruise on her left side. Yikes. And because the house was filled with dust after this happened, Anne's family initially thought that the chimney collapsed or that their space heater had ruptured. But after spotting the rock on the floor and the bruise on her body, they decided to call the police and fire departments. Anne did end up going to the hospital, but she was eventually released with the bruise, no matter how massive it was, really being her only injury. There were some lawsuits, but eventually Anne got to keep the meteorite before eventually donating it to the Alabama Museum of Natural History. And apparently what hit Anne was part of an even larger meteorite that split into two as it fell to the ground. Half of it went through Anne's roof, and the other half landed a few miles away. Today, that second meteorite can be found in the collections of the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History. But what's really crazy about this story is just how rare it is. According to Michael Reynolds, a Florida State College astronomer, you have a better shot at getting hit by a bolt of lightning, getting hit by a tornado, and a hurricane all at the same time, rather than getting hit by a meteorite. Most meteorites found by humans on Earth are in the range between the size of a golf ball and a fist. They lose about half of their volume when passing through the planet's atmosphere. A great deal of the extraterrestrial material landing on Earth actually falls into the ocean, and much of it is extremely small. But Anne's was nearly 9 pounds, and she was struck by it, which as of today, is the only confirmed case of a person being struck by a meteorite. So I think part of the excitement for this treasure hunt is not only that you can get $25,000 for finding a space rock, but how rare it is to find a space rock. It really is about being at the right place at the right time. And if that place happens to be the northern woods of Maine, then you too can collect $25,000. I'll post a link to the museum's website and their Facebook post announcing the prize in the description below. And in the meantime, if you live in the Maine, Canada area, go find that meteorite, you guys. And then come and tell me all about it. Actually, what I need to do is I need to talk to one of those seasoned meteorite hunters. Definitely need to have one of those guys on my channel. Definitely. Okay, that's it for now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you lived in Maine right now, would you be meteorite hunting? Or have you ever seen a meteor? I actually did see a meteor once, and it almost made me crash my car. But that is a different story for a different time. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.